But you know what else has a lot of art?
The city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I'm always fascinated when I go by all the murals, all 4,000 of them in Philadelphia. Who did it and how did they do it?
Well, this next piece will introduce you to someone who is creating those beautiful works of art. His name is Eric Okdeh, and he actually takes some serious subject matter and turns it into just masterpieces.
Cheers to him.
I'm a muralist and a mosaicist.
Muralist and a mosaicist. I didn't even know that was a word.
It is. I didn't know until about 10 years in. I've been a community muralist in Philadelphia for 24 years now.
So how did you end up on that path?
I got this job painting some rec centers in the city when I was a freshman at Tyler School of Art. During the day, I'd be outside working in rec centers, using acrylic paint, working outdoors, getting used to that whole thing. And then at night, I'm going back to school, switching gears, doing oil paint, working on personal work. You're doing all this work trying to show in galleries, and really the work that I was most interested in was right here the whole time. I'm an instructor. I've taught with the Mural Arts program, youth after-school programs. I've taught in prisons. I've taught in rehabilitation centers. Everything we're doing results in a mural in some way or another. A big one that comes to mind is a project I did on Germantown and Dolphin Streets, and it's called Family Interrupted, and it's about the impact of incarceration on families. So it tells a really personal story from a lot of their vantage points, with their families being locked up for so many years and seeing all this time go by, and the toll that takes.
You've traveled around the world, though, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Doing these same kind of community engagement paintings.
Yeah, well, I've done 2 community projects in Hawaii on the island of Maui, which is incredible. Jordan, I was in Amman, Jordan. I have a piece out there. I have 3 murals in Norway, and 1 in Spain. 10 years into me painting murals, I started getting attracted to working with glass. There's a piece I did in Grace Ferry that is the sides of 2 buildings, basically almost covered completely in glass. And glass, you can do a lot with glass because the colors will never fade. They're not going anywhere. It catches the light in a certain way, leads the eye across the design, so you can compose with it. So it's just one of those things that I decided to make it a part of what I do and integrate it in unique ways. And then about maybe 7 years ago, I started turning my interest to actually making windows. So it's just sort of evolving. I always find myself working in, communities or neighborhoods or places where I don't even belong, so it's like, how do you give people a piece of art that they feel connected to in some way, or that it's representative of them? And the answer is always having a community-based process where people share ideas, share concepts. We always do, especially with mural arts, we do paint days where people can take part in the process, and that goes a long way. That type of engagement is super powerful, and the murals that are a product of that engagement are going to last a very, very long time, because people aren't going to want to see them go, because they see themselves in it.
And for more of Eric Okdeh's work, you can obviously check out his murals all around the city and visit his website at ericokdeh.com.